Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comic Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's newest releases. If you don't know who I am your NCW host, Amber. Oh, I forgot about my little icon there. My NCW host, Amber, and we're so glad that you could join us here today to talk about Zenescope's newest releases. To find Zenescope's newest releases, you would head to zenescope.com, press new releases, and it will show you everything that we have released recently. On top of that, you can always get them digitally on the go on Comixology, or you can head to your local comic shop to pick them up. If you want to find out more about Zenescope as a company, more about our books, etc., you're going to want to make sure that you comment on this, you like it, you react, and that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updates on everything, and you can also become a part of the Zenescope community. And speaking of the Zenescope community, if you're not a VIP, you should become a VIP. I haven't talked about this in a while in NCW, but when you're a VIP, you get to join this awesome community of all these people commenting and find people who like-minded are you, big Zenescope fans. And then that lovely banner has all the awesome, incredible things. Every time that you buy from us, you will be able to get points back on all of your purchases. And outside of that, if you buy from your local comic shop, you just submit the receipts to us and you still get points back. So it's all in all a win. It's a one-time 99 payment membership fee, only one time, and you're a VIP for life. And then you get to join us on future VIP events, which I know that we'll be announcing if we haven't already, where the upcoming dates will be for our next VIP event. Today we have two releases. We have May the 4th cosplay release, and we have our Finding Neverland. And the first one I'll talk about today is Finding Neverland, Van Helsing. And I was just telling Casey that I don't want to talk about this book too much because I know that we have some die-hard Finding Neverland fans and have been waiting for more updates to the story. And I feel like if I give away anything, that if people will riot, and I can be bad about spoiling. But again, today's first release is Van Helsing, Finding Neverland. There are 4 incredible covers. As always, drop in the comments what your favorite cover is, either A, B, C, or D, and those are the incredible artists that worked on them. As you drop this in the comics, I will read the synopsis. Liesl Van Helsing journeys to Neverland in search of an object that could destroy all that she holds dear. Alone in a world unknown to her, even the shadows present great hazards to the famed vampire hunter, when she must take on the most dangerous tyrant of Neverland, Pan, 40 pages. And so if you are a die-hard Finding Neverland fan, you're really going to enjoy this because there'll be a lot of characters that you really want to see. Like we mentioned, Pan in the synopsis. And that's all I want to say because I'm just worried I'm going to spoil too much. It was a really, really great read by our very own Pat Chan, who unfortunately could not join us here today. But if you guys haven't been keeping up, he's been writing a lot of the Van Helsing over the past couple of years and always an excellent job with some great backstory. So you will get some, backstory if you're joining us on a Finding Neverland story for the first time. And if you are, and you've never read Finding Neverland, you're going to want to make sure that you go back. You can get our graphic novel, head to our web store, and it will give you a full backstory on how our Finding Neverland is a little bit different than the Neverland that you are used to. Maybe a little bit more gruesome. Maybe some of the good guys that you think are the good guys are not, and they might be the bad guys. And I know a huge fan of Neverland is Jason. If you ever go to a convention and you see him there, we have the books, he's always shouting out Neverland. He loves the story. He's really good at reading the synopsis and getting people hooked on it. But like I mentioned, I don't want to unveil too much about this story because I feel like if I say anything, it's going to give away some of the characters that make appearances and how it seems that Neverland is going to be fleshed out continually since, we hadn't written about Neverland for a while. And now it seems like maybe it's going to appear more in different arcs or etc. That's all I'll say because I feel like I'm just giving things away. But if you are a Neverland fan, drop it in the comments. Let us know. I hope everyone's doing very lovely on Wednesday. I'm laughing at my lovely, lovely friend's comment. Today I am in Minneapolis and it is very cold here. I'm not a fan of the cold, as you guys all know. So, but I'm live from the Minneapolis Convention Center out here. great times. That was our first release. Again, I mentioned Finding Neverland, Van Helsing. So you'll get a good Van Helsing story. You'll also get a good Neverland connection, and you'll meet some of the characters that you haven't seen in the past for a very long time. Our second release today is our cosplay release. If you guys have been joining us for NCWs, you know that we release about 4 cosplay special issues a year. And these cosplay specials, if you haven't read us before, are basically just different cosplay covers of those characters or of that theme, either old or new. So we'll always premiere some new covers, but then we'll keep some old ones in rotation that maybe you hadn't seen for a couple cosplay specials, or that were once variants, or were just very beloved by the fans. So it's just awesome for people who are collectors of art and really like looking at images. There's always a cute little story in the front, but predominantly it's those 4 other covers. So here are the 4 covers you see today. And as always, drop in the comments which is your favorite. The very short story in the beginning is written by our own Dave Franchini, and I'll read the very short synopsis. Get ready to check out all of your favorite Grimm universe heroines and villainesses cosplaying as some of the most famous sci-fi characters in the galaxy. Many of the industry's top artists contribute gorgeous pinups of the Grimm's universe's most popular characters, and stunning collection also includes a never before published Grimm Fairy Tales short story. So if you guys joined us right at the beginning of this NCW, you'll see that little icon that Casey created of This is Amber. That actually came from one of our cosplay specials, our swimsuit edition, which is now, I believe, going on 2 years old. But it always has like a very short story. This short story features our own Red Agent character. But then as you scroll through, you'll find some past covers. And I won't spoil any of the covers for you either, because I want you to get the issue and collect the art. And as all cosplay covers, then you'll notice that our next one, I know we're doing a Halloween and then we're doing a Christmas. I can't remember if we're doing a swimsuit this year or not. Casey, I'm not sure if she knows either, but we used to do a swimsuit every other year, and then we did the back-to-back years. So that's why I give that question mark. But yeah, so our second release today, honoring, May the 4th, which is taking place tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, if you want to join our incredible crew for a very fun day to celebrate the galaxy, you're going to want to join our May the 4th live stream, which is 6 to 8 p.m. EST tomorrow. And if you join and you are looking for a collectible box, which I think Casey's going to probably pop up in a second, you'll only be able to get it on the stream tomorrow. So our very diehard Zenescope fans, our very diehard Galaxy May the 4th fans, you'll have this opportunity to join. This is everything that is included in the box, and like look at the art on this box. Damn, I know you guys will be hyped for it. So again, today we only had 2 releases. We had our Van Helsing Finding Neverland release, which again, if you're fans of the Finding Neverland story, you're going to want to pick up because it's going to dive into maybe something that you're familiar with. And if you've never read Finding Neverland, like I mentioned before, we have the graphic novel. It is on our web store. If you come to conventions, we have it sometimes on us as well. It gives the entire backstory of how our Neverland is much different than the Neverland that maybe you're used to. And in my opinion, much more fun because I like darker things, as we all know. So yeah, and the second release today, like I just went over, was May the 4th, which includes a very short story and then has 4 incredible collectible covers. So the 4 covers on the top, and yep, Casey's always good at dropping the link. But you can flip through and you'll see all homages of a variety of some of the most popular artists here at Zenescope. Like I mentioned, new covers. We mix in some older covers, some variants that maybe you haven't seen before, because we've been doing these cosplay books for a little bit now. That's it for today's NCW. It's relatively short. As always, I love spending time with you guys. Next week, I believe we have 2 releases. I'm sure Casey will pop this up in a second. But we are, I believe, releasing the Phoenix Files as well as Mystere. So come join us next Wednesday at 3 p.m. to talk about both of those releases as we kind of dive in. And hopefully I'll have a guest on next week, so it's not such a short NCW. But I don't want you to get stream fatigue this week, because I know we had Coffee with Casey and Noah. Then we have NCW. I think we had the retailer live stream yesterday too. Yep. And then tomorrow is May the 4th. So I'm sure you guys have a lot to keep up with. Outside of that, like we mentioned, tomorrow there is a May the 4th stream that's taking place starting at 6 p.m. So make sure that you join us. Like I just shared, the collectible box set will be available only $125 and will come with exclusives, and you can only get it on that stream. So you're going to want to make sure that you tune in for that. Outside of that, I believe our next convention appearance is coming up hot, which is Fan Expo Philly. That is in a month from now for everybody who lives in the Philadelphia area or lives in the New York area or the Baltimore area and is willing to drive. Come meet our entire crew. Thank you, Steven. You're right. I forgot about something. Come meet our entire crew. That is 1 month from now. So be on the lookout for updates on booth numbers, etc. for Fan Expo Philly. Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday. You're right. I forgot that there was one more. There's the lovely, thank you, Casey, calendar of May events that is taking place. So Free Comic Book Day this Saturday. Go to all your comic shops. Go support them. Who doesn't? Now that's Zentertainment. I can't. Did Noah write? Did Noah create this? Yeah, this is the most Noah graphic or the most Noah signage verbiage that I've ever seen. But really, really, I love that. So that's the full schedule. You're halfway through it because you've gone through May the 4th. You got now just tomorrow's a stream and then Free Comic Book Day taking place on Saturday. I think that might be it. Like I mentioned, every Monday you guys can hang out with Coffee with Casey and Noah. And I think that's kind of the full rundown of everything that is going on. Oh, that is cool. I'm reading this comment that came in from Aaron with a sleeve set of A through D covers. Made a note. All the important peoples see this in the background as something to continue to look for. So that's kind of it on today's NCW. Like I said, very relatively short. As always, I hope you guys tune in next Wednesday at 3 p.m. to come hang out with me and all the Zenescope News releases. But again, there are 2 new releases, and make sure that you join the fun May the 4th cosplay live stream. I wonder if anybody will be dressed up tomorrow. Are you guys dressing up, Casey? Is that a no? No. What happened to you? What happened to this? You know, it's the best that it could be. Although, if that's Star Trek. Okay. Anyway, this was Amber signing off on NCW for Zenescope, where here you come for the covers, but you stay for the stories. I will see everybody next Wednesday at 3 p.m., but make sure that you go hang out with your Zenescope crew tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST for a very, very fun May the 4th.